In the year 1440, the printing press was developed in Europe. Then, in the year 1500, books and pamphlets spread through the world. In 1631, the first newspaper was printed in Paris. In the late 1700s, daily newspapers became popular, which spread information and helped improve literacy rates. In the 1890s, moving pictures were invented, starting the silent film era. In the 1900s to 1990s was the beginning of the broadcast era, a period which large institutions dominated media production. In addition, things like magazine publication, which was at its peak around the world, broadcast radio, which was the most popular medium for shared audience experience, films with sound were born, where cinema became the first mass medium to combine audio and visual electronic communication. First demonstration of television, which was a mass medium capable of instantly and wirelessly transmitting audio and visual signals, became popular, including introducing cable and satellite television. Personal computers became more affordable and widespread, all of which became so popular in the 1980s, not until the 1990s, where the internet was born. However, the internet began in the 1960s as a U.S. Defense Department initiative. The development of digital code, microprocessors, and fiber optic cables were key technological advances that made the internet and digital communication possible. Rapid developments around 1990, such as the creation of HTTP and HTML coding and internet browsers, created what we know today as the World Wide Web. In 1996, Google, a search engine, was launched by its creators Larry Page and Sergey Brin. In 1999, Wi-Fi users begin to connect to the net wirelessly. In 2005, internet use becomes more social and communal, as evidenced by the popularity of different platforms, including YouTube, Wikipedia, and our main subject for comparison, Facebook. In 1994, smartphones were introduced. Then in 2007, Apple launches the iPhone, which is the first smartphone that features a touchscreen and many other features. In 2016, video and music streaming services became even more in demand as they became popular. One new media technology that we shall be talking about and comparing is Facebook. It is a social networking website that began as FaceMash on October 28, 2003, before changing its name to the Facebook on February 4, 2004. Mark Zuckerberg and his college friends and other Harvard University students, Eduardo Saverin, Andrew McCullum, Dustin Moskovitz, and Chris Hughes, established it. They initially restricted membership to Harvard students, but it was gradually expanded to other colleges in the Boston area, the Ivy League, and eventually most universities in the United States, Canada, and corporations. And by September 2006, to everyone with a valid email address and an age requirement of 13 and older. Finally, in 2012, Facebook reached over 1 billion users. An old media technology we shall be comparing Facebook to is radio broadcasting. Between 1920 and 1945, radio evolved into the first type of electronic information dissemination system for the masses. It is a form of transmission of audio, sometimes with related metadata, by radio waves to radio receivers belonging to a public audience, and therefore anyone can access and tune into. In terrestrial radio broadcasting, the radio waves are broadcasted by a land-based radio station, while in satellite radio, the radio waves are broadcasted by a satellite in Earth orbit. Both Facebook and radio broadcasting have their similarities, such as the ability to advertise. Both provide alternatives when searching for a desired product. Radio broadcasting is nowadays digital, and Facebook offers digital radio stations to its users, hence combining traditional media technologies and new media technologies. Both also offer users to give a special dedication to a loved one or friend. Facebook allows you to post a greeting to an individual and even has a system that reminds you about a particular event regarding your close individual, ranging from birthday notifications, wedding notifications, or any ceremonious occasion like a graduation. However, with radio broadcasting, it can be a bit limited, as you will have to contact the broadcasting agency to submit your personal dedication or to broadcast a special event you may be organizing. The biggest difference between the two is that you have more control of the message when you're using Facebook. This is because when advertising, one can upload one's product almost immediately and see whether consumers are likely to purchase or not. However, with radio broadcasting, it may take days, 3 days at the minimum, before you or others hear your ad on the radio. Also, radio is aging and rapidly shrinking as digital media like Facebook takes over, with an additional 11 million users than radio listeners. Here are 3 strengths of Facebook. Number 1. Staying connected. The nicest element of Facebook is that it improves people's network connections. Without these social networking platforms, you could never have envisioned staying in touch with a buddy you met at school, work, or a party, and more. But all of this is now feasible thanks to Facebook. With the aid of Facebook, you may now learn about what's going on in your friends' lives. Isn't that a fantastic feature? Number 2. It's free! And who doesn't want free stuff? Facebook is a completely free service. There is no subscription cost and no such thing as paid usage. Yes, you must pay if you want Facebook to advertise for you, but there is no other charge for using Facebook. This is one of the reasons why many individuals only use Facebook when they want to. Having a cost linked with Facebook would result in a significant drop in popularity. Number 3. It has unlimited entertainment. Facebook is a never-ending source of fun. If you're bored, just open Facebook and scroll through the posts, memes, and videos. This will keep you entertained and prevent boredom. Having said the strengths of Facebook, here are 3 weaknesses that Facebook has. Number 1. Addiction. Facebook is extremely addicting, and many youngsters suffer from Facebook addiction. Yes, this is a phenomenon in today's society, and breaking free from it might be difficult. While using Facebook, you must maintain self-control. Some countries, believe it or not, have de-addiction centers to deal with this. Number 2. Discontentment. Everyone shares their finest experiences on social media, and seeing at your friends' best moments may make you feel like you're falling short. This is without a doubt a big issue that must be avoided. You must understand that individuals do not post their sad points on Facebook, and there is no need to be upset with the way your life is turning out. Number 3. Fake profiles and information leak. There are several fraudulent identities and bots on Facebook that are designed to steal your personal information. You should go through your privacy settings again, and you should also add individuals you know. Facebook is likewise vulnerable to data breaches, as seen by multiple events in recent years. As a result, you must exercise caution in what you post on Facebook. Moving forward from Facebook, here are 3 strengths of radio broadcasting. Number 1. There are no broadcast restrictions. Specifically when it comes to this media, events may go as long as needed. This is mostly due to the fact that radio broadcasting is not constrained in any way, unlike television recording, which is constrained by scheduled recordings, DVD, video length, and so on. Number 2. It's affordable media. Every radio station survives on commercials and advertising. However, when compared to other forms of media such as television, it was more than accessible to advertising. The costs of making a radio commercial cannot be compared to those of other forms of media. However, low cost does not imply low quality. Furthermore, radio advertising frequently compensated for a lack of image with a high level of ingenuity. As a result, we often recall specific ads or tunes from commercials more than aesthetically beautiful videos. Number 3. Flexibility. Target groups. You may tailor the radio broadcast to your intended audience. Many stations continue to serve the broad demographic whose interests they serve. Some stations, on the other hand, solely broadcast to a certain non-target audience. Some radio stations cater to certain musical tastes or age groups. As a result, you have various possibilities such as pop, rock, or country music radio stations. The same is true for content, whether it is entertainment, politics, or sports. In this manner, the stations may not only accomplish individual listener orientation, but also produce a demographic effect. Moving forward to the weaknesses of radio broadcasting, we have lack of continuity. If you are drawn to an advertising in a newspaper or on television, you have the option to keep it by cutting out an image or taking a snapshot. With the assistance of a DVR system, you may now rewind the show and see what interests you. On the radio, however, this is impossible. Radio advertising may catch your attention if they are imaginative and unique, but they will bore you if they are repetitive. As a result, you will forget about them, and the impact of such advertising will be diminished. You cannot rewind the show to hear, say, a crucial phone number. Instead, you must wait for that specific commercial to be played again. Number 2. Absence of a visual element. The absence of a visual component is the most serious problem with radio. The radio sponsor cannot demonstrate or showcase the goods or use any other visual enticement. Package identifiable evidence is sometimes essential for some, especially contemplating the rising amount of large retail places in urban regions with self-administration. In rural business sectors with low education rates, package differentiating evidence plays an important role in brand selection. Number 3. Distraction. While people can listen to music in the car while driving, there's another side to the portability story. Specifically, some might or will pull over to enter the phone number from the advertisement that piqued one's interest while driving. The concern is how much of your attention will be on the content of what you hear, though, given that you can do something else while listening to the radio. So my fellow Philippians, what can be concluded from this video? Well, Facebook and radio broadcasting are powerful and useful tools, especially when combined. Both present individual strengths and weaknesses as well as combined strengths that people, especially of the younger generation, should consider using for their own personal benefit.